this was the waiting area. This is where people used to wait to be served when they came to VICODEC. The whole of this place, there were some seats here for our guests. They used to sit here as they waited to be attended. So this is the office, the reception, with all the machines, the printers, the photocopiers, and the computers. They were all here, and as you can see, they all burnt down. We had another reception area. Again, we had the printers and the computers, the project manager's office behind there. Most of the documents are burnt there. This is the HR's office, where most of the documents were stored. And as you can see, they have all burnt down. The staff files, all the documents, they are burnt. The accountant's office, all the files, the documents, the accounts documents, they were here. And as you can see, they are in ashes now. We have the social worker's office, where they had all the case histories for all our pupils, for all our students, their computers, everything was burnt down. As you can see, all the documents burnt, the data they had collected from the parents, from the pupils, from the students, all burnt, with all the documents that they had saved since VICODEC started. All these file cabinets were full of files, and they are all in ashes. Nothing was saved. So they have to start from scratch. We have the boardroom, where we used to hold our meetings, and there were some files, the TV for the CCTV, and the board desk and the chairs, and they were all burnt down. There were some files kept in the cabinet, and they also burnt. This was the trainer's office. About 6 trainers were housed here. There, as you can see, the files, the documents, their books burnt. So, and these are their desks. On this side, we had the marketer's office, her computer, her files were burnt. As you can see, they are all in ashes. And just adjacent to the marketer's office, this side was the head teacher's office, and it was burnt to ashes. The files, as you can see, there are files there, the cabinet with all the files, some from the Ministry of Education, they all burnt, they are in ashes. Here we have the principal's technical training office. Also her files, her books were burnt. Even her computer, everything that was in her office was also burnt. These now were the training classes, dressmaking and design. And as you can see, there were so many machines here. The sewing machines, the knitting machines, and this is what remained, just shells of what was there. So you can see all the machines burnt. The whole room was full of machines, and they are all burnt. So here we have the guest rooms, where we could host our guests. So there were beds here, beddings, and some materials, like you can see the lessons for Kenya Works, and they were all burnt. It was a big bunch that was to be given to needy people, and they are all burnt. We had 2 rooms, the 2 bedrooms, and again, even on this side, the beds and the beddings were burnt to ashes. When we have guests, and also sometimes when we have kids we need to accommodate, they stay here. So these were the washrooms and the bathrooms, the ladies' room and the gents, those 2 rooms. Then we had a small kitchen here where staff could get their tea, the cooker, the fridge, and some utensils were burnt down. So we have the 3 classes that were burnt. We have the play group. As you can see, we can only access them from outside because the roof has fallen in the front side and it has blocked the way. So here we have the play group class where we had the 3 years old and the other 3. This was their class. Nobody was inside, but all their materials, their toys, their learning materials, their books, they were all burnt inside here. Then we have the 2 classes which used to host the PP2 classes, and again their books, their learning materials, all that the teachers had prepared for them, they were all burnt here in these 2 rooms. As you can see, the fire was so intense that the windows broke. But this room, as I have said earlier, that we disconnected and we poured a lot of water in it, we were able to rescue the teacher's cupboard, and some materials are still on the wall. This class, at least we did something. We could manage to secure some things.
As I was coming from home to school, I came and saw the firefighters putting out fire. I was shocked and worried because I never saw a school burning. So I was worried because this used to be our administration block and our preschool section, and I was worried because preschool pupils, we don't know where they will be learning, and our administration block where it will be.
I am shocked because we don't know what is going to be next, because this is a lot of damage.
The tragedy that happened here is a really big loss to this institution, and anyone who had been here before, this is a tragedy, will dare witness that it was the best place to be. Right now, what you're observing here is a total loss and a really bad thing that has happened within our institution. All the machines that were around here and the items that were being used by the institution, they are all in ashes, and we really feel so bad about it. This one being the administration block. Administration block, as we know, that is the heart of the school. Not only the school, but the whole institution. Without it, there's a lot that the school cannot offer, because most of all the documents of the school, all the documents anything that is pertaining about the institution, all of it is stored there. Without the administration, there's no school, there's no institution. The fire came at a very abrupt stage. We couldn't do anything. We don't know what is going to be next, but really feeling bad about what has happened. I'm only praying to God that we are going to rise up again and be a better place, better than what you are before.
Usiku wa Wednesday saa 7 karibu na nusu hivi, soja alikuja akaniita usiku, akaniambia kuna darasa inachomeka. Mimi nikafungua mlango, nikakibia bio, nikakuja na kifunguo, nikafungua meter box main, nikazima stima yote. Nikakuja nikaanza kutafuta pipe ya maji, tukaanza kuzima moto. Pia nikatafuta fire extinguisher, tukazima nazo, na moto ikaendelea, ikazidi kuendelea na haikuzimika. Director pia alikuja on time, akaita G4S wakakuja, lakini walikuta moto ikiwa imesambaa kila mahali. Tukaendelea kuzima, staffs wengine wakakuja, tukasaidiana mpaka ikaelekea saa 9 usiku ndio G4S wakati wamekuja, tumezima moto na ikatulia. Ilikuwa Wednesday date 12 saa 7 ya usiku.
What we did is that we disconnected the electricity, the connection, and also we had to interfere with the ceiling because it's the one that was spreading the fire very fast. So we had to, also we used a lot of water in these rooms to stop the fire from spreading to the other 2 buildings. Yeah.
On 12th, early in the morning, exactly at 1:30, I was called and I was informed that fire had broken out and it was burning at the dressmaking class here at VICODEC. My wife and I rushed to the scene, and we found, as we had been informed, that the dressmaking class was on fire. It was way above the roof, and possibly it was beyond any bucket water or any way of putting it out. But we kept with the community which joined me immediately after. We tried to put it out using buckets, using anything available. One other thing I did, I called the G4S fire team to come, but they told me that their truck was all the way back in Gigiri. It would take them about 40 minutes to arrive at the scene of fire. We also called the county fire brigade to come and help us put out the fire. I also called the police and informed them that VICODEC was on fire, and numerous members of the community around me. I called my neighbor George Melonye, I called Bishop Omai, I called Duati, our neighbor here, and instantly they came and they helped us with the effort of putting out the fire. VICODEC community, the staff and the parents and also some of the children arrived immediately, and we continued with trying to put out the fire, which was spreading quickly because of the winds prevailing at the time. The team from the county government came here to document the fire and also get the narration of the fire, and that was done. And shortly after, the DCC, Deputy Commissioner from Gong, came accompanied with the OCPD, OCS Ongata Rongai Station, and the county commander came here. And then later we called our insurance team to come and document, because we are insured with the Madison Insurance Company, and they also started their own investigation about the fire. We have insured the whole property, and we are hopeful that because the investigations are still ongoing, the documentation ongoing, we have also hired an engineer to come and do a damage on the building, and a QS to do a bills of quantities so that we may reconstruct this building back to its operations. My appeal is to the community, both local and also our development partners in the U.S., in Wisconsin, U.S., the U.S. venture who helped us to build this building, also to support. I have gotten local pledges from people who are donating tables, are donating chairs, others are donating furniture and stationery to help us go back to our work of supporting the community. VICODEC has been, for the last 17 years, a beacon of hope for this community in Kware and Gataka and the entire region of Kajiado County. I call you well-wishers to support us in our endeavors to bring back VICODEC up and running.